What's going on, my little piglets? It's your PFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with entry number 9 of the June Vlog Challenge for 2020, which makes this June 9th, 2020. Happy National Donald Duck Day. That's the only national holiday I could find on the National Day calendar. I can't do a Donald Duck impression, but I can do the sound he makes when he gets angry, kind of. I'm not saying that I'm a perfectionist or anything, but hold on. Let me finish getting situated. So get my headphones taken out, got my pen taken out. There we go. Good to go home. So, all right. So that's all you get. That's all you get, Donald Duck wise, and that hurt my neck. Shit. But anyway, hope you guys had a badass day today, and I hope that your week continues to be prosperous. Especially with it seems like that COVID is kind of retreating away and maybe hopefully staying away, but I have heard not confirmed rumors that it might come back in the fall when the weather starts getting cold again. But right now it's hotter than hell these days in Amarillo, and so maybe it might be killing the virus a bit, who knows. But anywho, so, I had a very long day today. The definition of long. I told you guys I was probably going to go out of town today, and I did. It was looking like when I first got to the wholesaler, I wasn't going to have to, because the other driver showed up, and he walked up into the shop, and then he started talking to my boss. Actually, not my boss's boss, but my boss, and was telling him, hey, you know, where am I going today? And he told him, and it was I'll get to that in a second, get to the details of that. And then he's like, okay. And then he looked at me and he's like, hey, Colin. I was like, yeah. And he said, you feel like going out of town today? I'm like, you know what, that's fine with me, I can go out of town, it's no big deal. I was thinking to myself, I didn't download a bunch of episodes of my podcast that I listened to or anything last night, or I didn't, already charge up my wireless headphones or, my phone charger. I didn't grab one of those at all. Like, I was just like, nah, I wasn't prepared to go out of town at all. I was thinking to myself, like I said, I was like, yeah, I don't mind. I was like, well, do you need me in the shop? And my boss just looked at me and said, nah, you're good. And I was like, okay, so yeah, I will go out of town. The definition of going out of town, because I had to go all the way. Okay, so without naming any names of the shops, because I'm not supposed to do that, which I haven't done yet, and I'm very proud of myself for not doing that. So I went from here to Pampa, from Pampa to, Pampa to Canadian, from Canadian to Higgins, from Higgins to Hollis, Hollis to Childress, Childress to Paducah, and Paducah to Memphis, Texas, and then back home. So I almost got screwed because they give you like an order, they give you the piece of paper, and they tell you how many boxes in each delivery that you get. They forgot to put one of them in the order, and it would have screwed me royally, and it would have screwed the shop over royally. Good thing I caught it. Good thing I double checked my list, because it was the furthest one away, and if I had missed it, I would have been screwed, and the shop would have been screwed. We probably would have had to meet halfway somewhere, and that would just aggravate me, and it would piss them off. So I was like, I'm glad that I double checked my shit. I'm gonna tell them that tomorrow. And I told the shop that I delivered to, I'm like, I almost forgot you, and I told them the situation. Like, so next time they call up here, you should be like, oh, that Colin, man, he's good. He almost forgot me because y'all forgot to tell him to come here. But I mean, he brought me my stuff, and yeah, just whatever. And she laughed, and she's like, yeah, I'll do that for you. But yeah, I was on the road because we left an hour late today, because my favorite thing in the whole world is people that wait till the last minute to do stuff, business-wise. So we had 3 shops call in like 30 minutes before we were supposed to leave, and it took us an hour to get all the stuff done for those 3 shops that decided to call at the last minute. They haven't had, all day yesterday or, last night even. Some of them actually call my boss at night and like, hey, tomorrow I need this, and this, if you guys are heading that way. But no, they flat out just called at the last minute, and so that was fun. But yeah, so I was on the road I got on the road at 8:30 this morning, and I did not get back into Amarillo until 5:45 in the evening. So you do the math. I actually about 3:30 called up a Pizza Planet and said, hey, I'm going to be a little late tonight. I told them it'd probably be about 30 minutes to an hour of how late I'll be. It was 30 minutes, so I consider myself lucky on that, because if I was an hour late, that would have been a full hour of pay that I missed out, but I only missed half an hour on pay. So, glass half full once again. And so, Pizza Planet tonight was, it was kind of quiet tonight. It was actually a little ridiculous. They actually let me go home about 30 minutes early tonight, so I was like, okay. I got back from my last 2 deliveries, and they said you can go home. I was like, okay. Got here 30 minutes late. You guys are kicking me out 30 minutes early. So there we go. There goes my hour. And yeah, so it was fun. It was a little uneventful, but it was fun. I made a little bit more than I thought I was going to make, but a little less than I was going to make, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, and I totally understand if it doesn't. But yeah, so that's that was my day in a nutshell. I listened to some really good podcasts today. Really damn good podcasts. My preference. I listened to 2 new podcasts, actually 3 new podcasts. 2 of them I will listen to again. 1 of them I will not listen to ever again. A horror movie podcast. The 2 that I will listen to again are The Exorcisters. It's 2 girls that talk about horror movies. It's really freaking cool. And What's Your Favorite Scary Movie podcast. Those are the 2 I will watch again, or listen to again. The one that I will not listen to again, oh man, I already forgot the name. I already forgot the damn name of the podcast, but that's how unimportant it was. But it's also two chicks that watch horror movies, but I got tired of hearing them. I really did. It got to the point, because this was done, I think they recorded it at least a year ago, and events have changed since then, because every chance that they got, they would call Johnny Depp, they would call him trash, they would call him a rapist, they would call him a wife beater, they would call him a creep, they would call him just all these other things. Every time they mentioned a part in the movie that Johnny Depp was in, and it was like, and then Nancy and Johnny Depp, who's a complete weirdo, and he wears scarves and he beats his wife, just going off on him. I'm like, yeah, wow, that's terrible. That did not age well. You could speak your opinion. That's not what I care about. What I care about is the context. It turns out that his wife was beating the shit out of him, and he wasn't beating the shit out of her. It was a switcheroo, if you will. But I will never listen to them again. That and their Valley Girl, the way that they talk, they like say like Johnny Depp is just a terrible person. I can't stand him. He was really cute back in the 80s, and he was really hot when he got older, but I just can't stand him now because he's a wife beater and he wears too many scarves. I'm just like, ugh. They both sounded like that. They both sounded like they were clones of each other. They were copycats, robots. And I was like, I got about 20 minutes into the hour, I think it was like an hour and a half podcast, and I was like, I'm done. I am so done. I don't need to hear any more of this. And then flipped it over to the Exorcisters, and when it was 2 chicks, obviously, because I knew by the name, the Exorcisters, I was a little skeptical, because I was like, I hope it's not like the last ones. But they were way better. They were way cooler. They still talked with their Valley Girl, voices, but they praised Johnny Depp. This is recorded about the same time as the other female podcast was, but they praised Johnny Depp and talked about how cute he is and how handsome he got to be when he got older, and this and that and all that other shit. But yeah, they were complimenting Johnny Depp and not, beating him down unnecessarily. And my wife is out there. Actually, we just bought a Ring doorbell, so she's out there right now putting the doorbell together. Yeah, she's freaking adorable. I love my wife. I love her so much. I missed her today, like crazy. I missed her today. So now I'm watching her put this Ring doorbell up while I'm talking to y'all. But anyway, something really cool happened today. I got a message from one of my subscribers, Michael33R, which is the player that is currently my starting quarterback for the Huskies right now in the series. And he made a meme because there's like this ongoing gag that I talk shit when Kareem Hunt doesn't get at least 100 yards rushing or a big gain up the middle or anything like that. So he made a meme from Office Space with Bill Lombard going, yeah, if Kareem Hunt can get if Kareem Hunt can have 100-yard gain, or no, 100-yard game or a big gang, that would be great. Okay? And I was like, oh my God. He's like, I made this for you, bro. And I was like, dude, Kareem Hunt is pissing me off so bad right now. He's like, me too. So we were just talking about that. It was hilarious. And he's like, yeah, I sent you this here on Instagram because I don't have you on Facebook. I'm like, dude, freaking send me a friend request. Here's my real name. Go for it. And so he did, and I accepted that friend request like instantly when he sent it to me. I was like, yeah, done. Which is weird though, because I just got rid of like 5 people off of my Facebook because either they weren't active, they deactivated their Facebook account, or I just got tired of just, I get tired of people sometimes. It's called being a human. You get tired of other humans. So that's what I did. I did that. But yeah, I had one question from Jerry Atrick that asked, because yesterday my wife and I were driving back from getting dinner at Aspen Creek. By the way, we got Rocky Mountain Monday. You can't beat the price. It's an 8-ounce steak and 2 sides for $10, man. You can't beat that. So we were driving back, and there was a Red Lobster in the background. And Jerry's like, "Have you ever eaten at that Red Lobster?" It is actually one of my wife's favorite places to eat. We don't go there as often as I would like, but a really cool story. If you guys don't know what tip the bill is, my wife and I did that to a waiter there at Red Lobster. We tipped the bill. Our bill was like, I can't even remember. It was about $50. And so my wife looked at me and I looked at her, and she was like, should we tip the bill? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, he did a good job. He's a great guy, had a great personality, and everything. And my wife just waved at me. God, is there anything that she does that isn't cute? But yeah, we tipped the bill, and the guy like came back and was like, "Are you sure that you gave me the money and you told me to keep the change?" I'm like, yeah, man, keep the change. Have a good night. And he's like, thank you so much. That could have paid a utility bill. That could have paid his water bill. That could have paid, his phone to be turned on another month. It could have paid for his groceries for the week. It could have, helped his kid out, with the science project or something. Like, you just that's what you got to think of when you leave tips for people that give you a service. You got to think what this money could go towards. And now there are a few people that it'll go towards alcohol and tobacco and stuff like that. That's going to happen. Maybe your occasional, marijuana or whatever. But there are some people out there that actually, they wait tables for $2 an hour for a living, so they live off their tips. And by living off their tips, like I'm saying, that's food on the table. That's electricity for another month. That's running water for them to take a shower and get ready for work the next day. Like, it's just, you got to think of it that way. You got to think of it as a tip, hell, it could pay for their dinner that night. If you leave just like a $5 tip, there you go. That's a $5 box from Taco Bell. Everybody should have a $5 box from Taco Bell. If I become president, and I'm just kidding. If I become president, every member of every household will have a $5 box. There you go. Stimulus check. Who? I have a $5 box plan. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Just rambling about that and talking about Michael 33R and talking about my day and how ridiculous it was. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by, and always remember my little piglets. Colin Porkchop loves y'all the mostest. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. Bye, guys! We're gonna be a third of the way through tomorrow. Wow. Bye, guys.